Well, this is the Warminster Town Supporter Podcast. I'm your host, Roland Millward, and we've just got a very brief podcast for you today. Well, thank you for taking the time to listen to this podcast. It is only brief. I want to answer the question, where are we? Now, I don't mean that physically, but I mean, why have we been missing? Well, sometimes life gets in the way, and there's so many things to do outside of football that occasionally you have to give that priority time. And I've having to do that for a couple of weeks. There are some illness in the family, different things I had to deal with, and that has to come first. So the podcast took a hit. We've managed to keep everything pretty much going. We've had to miss a couple of matches for videoing, so I couldn't do the Trowbridge Town. Disappointing as it was, that one there. We lost 2-0 over at Trowbridge in the Wiltshire Cup. And I couldn't make the 7-6 13-goal thriller in Weymouth Street on Saturday when Hengrove came to town. And well, that was I was following it on Twitter. I was many miles away, but following it on Twitter. And certainly I thought, well, what 7-1, we're doing very well. And then I kept seeing the goals going, and I thought, this is looking a little bit scary. But I'm sure those in attendance found value for money in the number of goals that they saw on that day. I think Mr. Crabtree might have a different view on scraping through with one goal ahead of a team when you've already scored 7 that let them score 6. But there you go. That's life, isn't it? So we'll try and get the podcast more regular in the future. Obviously, we try and give priority to other social media platforms, particularly getting on YouTube, because we have such a wide audience worldwide watching our YouTube videos. Our live broadcasts are available midweek, so do look out for those. We've got a trip coming to Gillingham, so that will be a live match. And of course, we do actually send all our videos up to YouTube so that on a Saturday you can watch them in full after the match, after the 5:15 cut-off period. So if you tune in a little bit later in the evening, you should be able to watch the full match if you care to do so. And of course, please do go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel. The more people that subscribe, the higher ranking it becomes with YouTube. And we're finding we're getting more and more people watching our videos. When we're live, people leave comments, and we have people from many faraway places. We have a new fan in Russia, so that's nice. You know, if you listen to this podcast, welcome, and all those others too that join us from all around the world on our YouTube channel. We thank you for that, and for those that occasionally take the time to travel many, many miles to come along and watch a game at Weymouth Street because they have watched us on YouTube. So that's all I've got to say, really. I thank you for your support. If you'd like to get involved as a volunteer in the club in any way that you can, please contact our chairman, Dave Parry. We are always looking to grow the club. And there are many opportunities that if you've got a skill, whether you're good with paperwork, good with your hands on helping build things, move things, carry things, clean things, every skill can be useful. So email chairman@warminstertownfc.com. So that's Dave Parry, chairman@warminstertownfc.com. If you'd like to help out with your views, with your comments, maybe you know a bit about the history of Warminster Town Football Club. Maybe you've been coming for many years and there are matches that you remember and people you remember. Perhaps you'd like to share those stories. Email me at media@warminstertownfc.com. That's media@warminstertownfc.com. And we'll see if we can incorporate that onto our website or our social media channels, maybe here on the podcast as well. That will be great. So get in touch, share any ideas that you've got, any points of view, thoughts, historical moments, happy moments, sad moments, whatever it is about Warminster Town, we'd love to hear from you. So once again, thank you for listening. Do take care and do keep supporting Warminster Town Football Club.